What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, and this is episode 16. Okay, this is a live review. Okay. I was gonna cancel this live. I'm gonna be honest, I was. I had every intention on bringing, y'all favorite person, which is Drunk Scotty, to this live. I actually bawled something to get me in the mood. But it's like maybe about 30 or 40 minutes ago, I kind of had like this breakdown. I called Really B, and I had this breakdown on the phone with her. And so I was like, it was maybe like 10 minutes before she went live, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna get myself together. Um, it's hard, some days are better than others, and sometimes when days are better than others, sometimes you have moments just like I did. So I'm gonna get through this live. I promised y'all that I was gonna go live. Doing content is a way for me to escape the pain and everything that I got going on right now. Um so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the best review that I know how. I'm sorry. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me pull my notes out. I'm gonna give y'all the best review that I know how. Um so yeah, that's all. I didn't mean to come on. I didn't mean to come on here and be doing all of that. I didn't mean to, but you know, it is what it is. However, sorry about that, but it's okay. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get through this review. Okay. So first things first, we're gonna start it off with Sonya and Marlo. Okay. So as of right now, Ross is not there. He's gone out of town right now. You do know that he works in Texas. I think it's Austin. He works in Texas. And he's not there, which is one of the main reasons why she did not want to have no kid at this particular moment, mainly due to the fact that he's never really there like that. He's never really there. So he's not present. So she's coming to, hear the baby's heartbeat for the first time. So because he's not there, she decided to bring Marlo in her place, which is astonishing to me because I felt like her mother or somebody or her sister or somebody could have been in his space in his space, but she decided to bring Marlo. But we do know that this is TV and she got to do what she can to keep her check. So I don't know. We can't really go in on her about that, but that's just the truth of it all. So she does that, and they're sitting there talking about what's going on. And she was saying how she told Deuce and stuff already that, there's a baby on the horizon. But Dr. Jackie really doesn't agree with the fact that she's telling the baby that right now because it's so early on and they don't really know what could happen right now. They always want you to wait a specific amount of weeks to do it. But she felt like she needed to tell him because that's something that he really wants. You know what I mean? So that's why she was telling him. But Marla was like, I just feel like, you did it way too early. I don't think you should have told him yet. And I think that we all can agree to that. You don't want, he's a kid at the end of the day. And then, you don't want him to be all excited and then have his, dream of having a younger sibling to be taken away from him. We really don't want that. So but he's already in the know already. So it's really nothing that can be done about it. But Jackie does advise Sonya that she needs to cease on constantly involving Deuce and what's going on with the pregnancy. She needs to make sure that everything is okay, that the weeks go by like they need to. So so she can know what to do and when to tell him. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the gist of that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into Drew and Raph. Okay, so they're sitting in her bedroom, and I think that she's getting ready. I think they're done filming the movie now, and basically in so many words, Ralph is no longer sleeping in the same room as Drew right about now. He's not sleeping in a room with her right now. And he was like he does it, for peace at this point. She be coming in the wee hours of the morning and things like that. Coming in the wee hours of the morning after she done got done filming the movie, and then he got to go to work and stuff. So it's just like, okay, so we got to get this together. So I'm gonna move in the room so I won't be, I guess not distracted or destroyed, but pretty much disturbed in my sleep. Um, but I just feel like Ralph does a lot of stuff just to tick Drew off. Like, I still don't think that that was a good enough reason for him to be moving out of the room. Like, what is your real reasoning for moving out of the room? I don't understand it. Like, what is your real reason? Because it just comes across like it's not genuine. Like, what you moving out of the room for? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you moving out of the room for? You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the times Ralph does things that he knows is going to bother Drew, and he acts as if he really don't like her. It's one thing that he may not love her, but he don't like her either. And it sucks to have to watch this constantly going on. Have to constantly watch this go on. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay, so what's really the tea here? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, do you actually like your wife? Because it's one thing to not really love your wife, but do you not like your wife? And like just like Nola Flav just said, he don't like Drew. He's acting like Mark Daly, and it's exactly how he's acting. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly how he's acting. He act like he's not interested in her. You know what I mean? And she's trying her hardest to keep this sham of a marriage together, but it's not working due to the fact that he's not into her like that. He's not into her like that at all. And I think that it sucks that she's holding on to this, but it's not really working. So then she brings up the Courtney situation about Courtney calling her out of her name. And when she brings it up to Ralph, Ralph don't see nothing wrong with it. He just sitting up there looking at her like she's a damn fool. Like he's making it seem like she is practically like making up stuff in her head, or she's doing way too much with the situation. He feels like it's not a big deal that she called Drew a bitch. But at the same point in time, it's like, regardless of whether or not Courtney is your play cousin or whatever she is to you, or your kissing cousin or whatever she is to you, it doesn't make it right that your so-called family member is sitting up here disrespecting your wife. And it that's that in no point should that ever be okay, and in no point should that ever be glossed over like it's nothing, because it's absolutely something. And I don't bimo believe that Courtney is your cousin. Y'all ain't told us yet how that's your cousin, and even if you did tell us already, I still don't know how that's your damn cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I don't understand it. I don't get it. And it's just crazy to me how we can sit up here like, cuz he it's clear to me that he don't like Drew. It's clear to me that he don't like Drew. And I think that it's clear to Drew as well that he don't like her, but she's allowing the shit to go down because she wants to prove a point. And this whole season, they've been acting like they're in the best of places. They're doing so well right now, but in all reality, they're not doing that. That they're not doing that great simply because of the fact that you know he keeps showing the cracks. Like y'all started off the season making us believe that y'all are in this loving marriage and y'all are in the best place that y'all ever been, but you're not. And that's the price you pay when you're sitting up here fronting for the people. That's the price that you pay. But at the same point in time, it's just like, girl, what are you doing? Like what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Like, it's really not. It's really not necessary to be going through the motions in a marriage where the man don't like you and that he don't even give a damn about a person disrespecting you. Like you said, Kenya called you a bitch. This person called you a bitch. Why does it matter? And she didn't like it when they called her a bitch. So my thing is, this is supposed to be your family. So why aren't you getting Courtney together, and why aren't you putting her in her place? But instead, you sitting up here thinking that it's a game, and it's not a game. It's not a game at all, and I don't understand why Rap is sitting up here acting like he don't understand it. Like he's not getting the fact that it's not a game. Like your wife feels disrespected, and you're not gonna validate her. You're gonna constantly continue to invalidate her, like you've been doing all this time. So it's just like, what is the point of you being somebody's husband if you're not gonna make sure that she's safe and secure, or protect her, or defend her honor? Like I don't get it, and I don't understand it honestly. I don't get it and I don't understand it. It's just crazy to me how he's sitting up here doing this. You know what I mean? They're not honest about nothing. And I think that's the biggest issue. And I think that is the problem, is that they're not honest with their shit. And that's why people don't see it for them, because they're not honest. And that was one of the reasons why Candy probably said what she said on their reunion couch, that I know a lot of people are angry with her for saying that the way that Drew sit up and lie, she probably be sitting up here gaslighting Ralph as well. That's what she said. But I don't know. But Ralph is just looking at her like she crazy. So she go downstairs where her sister's at, and because Drew is very pissed off at Rap and the way that he responded to this whole thing. Like she is pissed off about it. And one thing about it, and two things for certain, she got every right to be pissed off. Like I would be pissed off if I was her too. Like I'm not even gonna lie, I would be mad too. Because how dare you sit up here and really pretend like what Courtney said wasn't disrespectful? Like Courtney is not her friend. That's your fucking cousin. You know what I mean? So what are you talking about? She telling you because that's your family. So you need to talk to your family about disrespecting your wife, but you disrespect your wife. And Drew knows that you be disrespecting her as well. So why on earth would he ever defend your honor, when he's sitting up here disrespecting you time and time and time and time again? He constantly keeps disrespecting you. So what the make you think that he's gonna sit up here and defend you against his so-called fake ass cousin? I'm just being honest here. What make you think that he would ever defend you? He sees you as a joke, Drew, which is the biggest problem. He sees you as a joke. He don't think that you're worthy. He don't think that you're anything, and he does anything he possibly can to dim your light. Did he take a shot? You filming your little movie. He's jealous of the fame, in my opinion, that you're starting to get due to you being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's how it comes across to me. He's he's not feeling you because you're getting a little bit of notoriety that you probably wasn't getting at first when he first got with you. And he can't accept that. A lot of men are jealous of their women, and a lot of men would rather be in the spotlight over their women. He's giving spotlight hogger to me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I think that he's jealous of her. And he doesn't want to see her succeed unless she's succeeding under him. I mean, when she put out her song, you already know he all in the album cover, all in the videos, all in the album cover. Like, why you got to be involved in everything? You want to be the star. You want to be in control. You want to be the one that everybody sees. That's just the facts of it all. And that's just it. That's really it. Like you don't want her to shine. You rather her light be dim so you can feel good about yourself. And what exactly does Raph do? Because I still don't know what his job description is. For all we know, he could be working at Sonic somewhere. For all we fucking know. I'm just saying. And the fact that you allowing cousin Courtney to disrespect your wife is very much so giving red flags to me. It's crazy to me how you're sitting up here allowing your cousin to disrespect your wife. Like, honestly. Then you bring your sister into it. You say your sister even called you a bitch. Then when the sister goes in on you, you saying, I got this, Allison. I got this. I can handle this. You saying that you can handle this, but you brought Allison into it. And when she get up on your ass, you don't want to hear what she got to say. But how you gonna get mad when you the one who brought her into the conversation? Like, I don't understand that. Why is Courtney getting so much leeway over your own fucking wife? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Again, what do you do? Do you make coffee at Starbucks? Do you bag groceries at Trader Joe's? I'm just trying to understand what the fuck it is that you do. Do you work at the front lobby at the Super 8? I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck you do. That's all I'm saying. And it ain't nothing wrong if you're working at any of them places. We're just trying to understand what it is that you do and why you're so pressed over your wife actually doing something with yourself. Go strip. Go ask Bolo for a job. I tip you every weekend. I'm just saying. But let me tell y'all, I love me some Allison Honey. They need to let yeah, I'm so discombobulated. They need to let Allison be on the show more often because if she gonna be on there getting motherfuckers together, then you know what I'm saying. I feel like she needs to stay. Seriously. Thank you, T. I appreciate it. I'm glad you missed me up here crying. Listen, this is not a good week. Y'all miss me crying, which I am so happy that you did. Um, then he, like I said, he wanted to get mad with Allison because she had something to say, but it's just like you the one who brought her into this conversation. You the one who brought her into it. So why the fuck are you even sitting up here getting upset about it? Like, girl, bye, get the fuck out my face. You feel what I'm saying? So, where was I at? She asked to take her mic off, because she's pissed off, and he's over there trying to hug her, and she don't want to hug him because she says she embarrassed. And I'm like, girl, you should be. You should be because your husband don't give a flying about you. And I feel like everybody knows that, but you. And I'm still trying to understand how the fuck you don't know that your husband don't give a because he shows you every day that he don't give a about you. I don't know how many more signs you need for that, but he definitely keeps showing me and everybody else that he don't give not two rights about you. He don't give a frog's fat ass about you. And that's just a shame to say that, but that's exactly what it is. But let's remember, at the beginning of the season, they did say that Ralph and Allison did not get along. Because Allison said that Ralph was a gaslighter and a narcissist, and that's exactly what the he is. Because he just sat up here and gaslit the out of Drew this whole scene when she was the one who was disrespected. She was the one disrespected by somebody, and now she's the one that's looking bad. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, can you sit up here and pretend like you don't understand why your wife feels some type of way, but you want to bring up the fact that other people called your wife a bitch? Okay, so the what? Who cares? Who cares if somebody called your wife a bitch? Who cares if somebody else did it? We're talking about your sweet kissing cousin Courtney. That's what we're talking about. Why on earth is it hard for you to let her know her place and tell her not to disrespect your wife or tell her to have some loyalty for family? Why don't you do that? I'm trying to understand why you can't let her know what's what, but you can sit up here and let Drew know what time it is. And looking at my watch, it's time to get a divorce, which we already see happening right before our eyes. Cause I like I told y'all before, I did see her at the Boss Baby Awards, and she spoke about it. She spoke about it. You know what I mean? She spoke about how it was a rough time for her, and you could tell that she was going through while we was at the Boss Baby Awards. That's just the truth about the matter. But it is what it is. Let me see. You should give family a pass before friends. So I'm unsure why Drew is so mad about her saying the B word. Maybe she's mad about her saying the B word to people that don't f- with her. If we want to be real about it. That's why she's mad. You calling me a bitch to motherfuckers that I don't with. That's why she mad. Don't talk about me. If we supposed to be family, don't talk about me to bitches that don't with me. That's the point. That is the point here. Like, if we supposed to be family, then don't you ever sit in the presence of a bunch of people that don't fucking like me and call me a bitch. That's why she mad. It's the principle of the matter. You sitting up with hoes that don't even like me, talking about me, calling me out my name. Then when you get called out on it, then you want to sit up here and lie and say that you didn't say it. We had to see some video of this of you doing it. Like, girl, get the fuck up out of here. That's why, and I ain't talking about the person in the comments when I say, girl, get the fuck out of here. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean? So nah. So hold on, wait a minute. I hate that Candy said what she said. If she didn't want an out Portia in the dungeon, why why, huh? Rewrite that, Constance. I don't understand what you're saying. And has shown that she really doesn't with her. Exactly. Exactly. Let me look at some of these comments. Drew, please kick his ass out on the street. He need to figure it out. Him and his lying cousin. Ralph is trash. He's definitely trash. Everybody swore that Courtney was talking to Sonya and Manetta dragged it. And Courtney said herself that she was referring to Drew. Yes, I think we need to give Manetta an apology. That's what I do think. I do think that we owe Manetta an apology because she didn't say nothing wrong here. She said absolutely nothing wrong here. So we owe her a motherfucking apology. She didn't say or do nothing wrong. She did call that girl a bitch. Period. She did call her a bitch. So what you mean? Like, absolutely not. Like, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm not. I just don't. I'm not feeling Courtney. I'm not feeling Courtney at all. I'm just not. Like, it's just not. It's not given for me. I'm not. I can't with it like at all. Let's see. Where we at? 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 Okay, so we go on to Sheree, which we ain't gonna stay on this for long because this scene really wasn't none, but it's her talking to her oldest daughter, Tiara, who I love me some Tiara. She's such a pretty lady to me. She's talking to Tiara, and apparently Tiara and Bob are very, very close. And she also knew about the secret daughter that Sheree claims that she didn't know about. My thing is that I'm how does Sheree not know that Bob had another daughter, but the kids know? You mean to tell me that nobody told her about it? Not like none of the kids told her about it? I listen, I may be a little bit, out of my mind emotionally, and I am having a margarita to drink down my sorrows right now. But is it just me, or do I think that everything about Sheree is a facade and a lie? Because that's how it comes across to me. Everything about her is a facade and a lie. She be lying about every goddamn thing. Okay, like that's how I feel. I just don't believe that Bob. Well, I don't believe that the kids never told her. Like, how the hell the kids know, but you don't know nothing about no sister or no brother? I mean, no, not a brother. You don't know nothing about no sister. That don't make no sense to me. How the fuck you don't know? I just feel like she lies. She lied just like she lied about the contractor. She lied about the house. She lied about the house being in her name. She lied about every damn thing else. She lied about her face. She lied about her money. She lied about her finances. She lied about having so much money. She lied about having having affluence. She lied about being the premier people in Atlanta. She lied about having expensive taste. She just lies. But then again, she does have expensive taste. She do. She got expensive taste. Like her taste is like the most expensive wine that you can find in any restaurant, but the money that she got is given code 45. That's what she got. So that's why it's hard for me to believe anything that this lady says. She wants us to believe that She by Sheree is just some It's just some big whoop to do when it's really not. I'm glad that she finally got it out, but it just depends on who's buying it. I'm just saying. That's how I feel. Like, Sheree is a disappointment. And I feel like I'm finna sit here and just drag her all day because I just don't believe that her caviar dream, graham cracker eating ass is sitting up here telling us and trying to convince us as the people that um she did not know that Bob was that she did not know that Bob had another child. I just don't believe her. I don't believe her absolute. I just don't believe her at all. Like, and ain't nobody gonna tell me to believe her ass. She be lying. She be lying. She's lied about a whole lot of shit. So what would make anybody believe that I believe anything that she's saying out of her damn mouth about this shit here? Ain't no way in the hell that ain't no way in hell she could sit up here and tell me that she didn't know that Bob had another child. Girl, you knew. Oh, poor Sheree. I mean, but she the same person who thinks that Martell is a catch. She thinks that he's a catch and he's not. I feel like she knew, and I feel like she told the kids to pretend like they don't know. That's what I believe. I'm sorry, but that's just what I think. I think that she did all that and made them kids say, "Okay, now we're gonna get in front of the camera and we're gonna pretend like y'all didn't tell me about this child." Like it just it's weird. It's just the things that Sheree has done for storylines is breathtaking, if you ask me. That's just what I think. But to each is the that's all I'm saying. Because I don't believe her. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it. I don't believe her. I don't. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next. And the next story is Miss Kenya. Now, Kenya's father is in town. And I actually like to see Kenya's dad on TV. I actually wish we saw more of Kenya's family. Because I feel like she's close to a lot of people. But um, let's see. Brooklyn just met her grandfather this year, which is odd to me. Kenya must don't go see her daddy often like that for the baby to just now meet him. That was odd, but okay, long as she know him, and she seems to have a liking for her pop, as she may say. Um, I be looking at these little kids and I be seeing them with their grandparents and stuff like that. And I just sit back and I be like, I wish I knew what it was like to have grandparents. I always say that. I wish I knew what it was like. I wish I knew the feeling of the love of a grandparent, but that's just something that I used to long for it. But now that I'm like 34 years old, I don't really long for it anymore. It's just something that I'm never going to have. And I've already accepted that. You know what I mean? But I've always wished that I used to always wish that I had that grandparent, grandson, bond, but I don't. And only one of my grandparents are passed on. All the rest of their asses are still alive, and I don't have a relationship with none of them. Not my mom's mom, my mom's dad, or my dad's mom. I have no relationship with none of them. And it's sad, but that's just the cards that I was dealt. And some things you just have to keep it moving on. Some things ain't gonna never change. Let's move on to the next. No. We're not moving on yet. Kenya and her dad discussed the embryos and how she wants to have another baby and stuff like that. And she said that Mark, that he signed the papers and stuff, so he really can't stop her from using the embryos if she wants to. But she's afraid that if she does try to go along with it and do this, then he may try to put papers on her. He may try to do a whole lot of stuff to keep her from doing the things that she wants to do. So she's not really certain about whether or not she wants to go along and do this, whole thing with the embryos and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I don't know. I don't. I just the only thing that I got an issue with when it comes down to the embryos is her having a baby with Mark. I just don't think that she needs to have a baby with Mark, but that's just me in my opinion. Like I ain't got no leg to stand on or nothing to really say about it. But I don't feel like she should continue. I don't think she need to have no other baby by Mark. Does he do anything for the other kids that he got? And is he even in Brooklyn's life the way that he needs to be? I just think about those things sometimes. And it's like, when you already dealing with some bullshit from a man, you shouldn't even want to be in a space in that way. But that's just me. But that's what she wants to do. But she doesn't really know about whether or not she needs to have another baby due to her carrying and stuff like that. But if it's a risk, then you don't need to do it because listen, there's a girl that lived right here in my hometown the same day that my friend was murdered. This girl that I went to high school with, who went to school with me and my friend that was murdered, she lost another baby. This is probably like her fourth or fifth child that she lost. And I felt so bad for her because I really, really wanted her to have this baby because I know that she wanted other kids. I think the kid that she had, she adopted, but I wanted her to be able to have this baby and really be able to bond with this baby. And it was so sad when she lost it. Like I'm like, and she was really adamant about having this baby. Like she really wanted to have this baby. But if it's not safe, don't risk your life. I like after because there's a lot that's been going on in my time in my city. With my friend being murdered to this girl losing her kid, it's a whole lot. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, this don't risk your life. Please don't. If you can't have no kid, if it's always been issues with you having a kid, just don't do it. Do not do it. Okay. But that's just me. I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know. We go into Marlo. We finally see her at the La Archive. Scott Lee comes by and they catch up. She ain't seen him in a while. She's saying that she's having fun with Scott Lee right now, but he's not her boyfriend. He's a friend boy or this or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not really sure. But I don't know what type of relationship this is, but it's really no relationship. She's just sitting up here having fun, probably just getting the shit out of him. That's probably what she doing. But if that's what she doing, then hey, go right ahead because I would probably fuck the shit out of him too if I was her. I'm just being honest. But she said that she's in a happy place right now. Eric Fuller, the producer of the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac, he's really working overtime to make this woman look like she's one of the happiest people on earth and that she's not a villain and that she's a heroine for this show. And I'm seeing right through it. Okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing right through your bull. I'm seeing right through it. I'm seeing right through your shit. Okay. Most definitely seeing through your shit. Okay, so but you ain't fooling me. You ain't fooling me. Have y'all ever heard this song by Monifa? I can tell. I can tell guys are all the same. I can tell it when they're playing games. I can tell what kind of guy you are. I can tell it. I can tell it. I can tell what you really want. I can tell. I can tell what you really want. And you want Marlo to be the heroine of this show, and it's not gonna happen. By the way you dress, by the way you talk, by the friends you keep, the bins you bought. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. No matter how many times you try, it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna see her in any other way. Apparently, Candy invited her to the screening of the Pass. I think that's the name of the movie, The Pass. She invited her to the screening or whatever. And yes, honey. I could tell that they only doing that for the show because if I was Candy, she wouldn't be invited to nothing that I have. But yeah, she seems to be happy with Mr. Scott Lee. Yeah. So we go ahead and we're gonna get into Drew and Ralph. They go to counseling, right? They go to counseling at this point. And Ralph, she feels like Ralph is not present right now. Like while she's out doing her thing, filming has wrapped on the movie. She's back at home. She's doing this and she's doing that, but she feels like he's not present. She said that Ralph moved out of the room. He moved into another room. And he says that I want to be comfortable. It's liberating to be in my own room. Why would it be liberating for you to not be in the bed with your wife? Why is that liberating? Is it liberating because you don't want to be with her? Is that why it's so liberating because you're faking the funk? Is that why it's liberating to you? I'm really trying to understand this and I'm really trying to figure this out. Why is this liberating to you? And why do you think that that's a good thing to say to your wife if you're really trying to fix it? The truth of the matter is, you don't want to fix the damn thing, and that you're enjoying making your wife squirm and look like a complete idiot, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're doing a good job at making her look like an idiot. You are. And I feel bad for her because I can tell that Drew really loves Ralph and she really wants this marriage to work out. But I think that Ralph don't want to work it out with Drew. I think that he wants to let it go. And it's a one-sided marriage. Being in a one-sided relationship with somebody is the worst thing in the world. You doing everything you possibly can to make things right or try to work on it, trying to work on this stuff, and it's not working out because the other person ain't willing to work it out with you. You feel what I'm saying? So that has to be tough for her. It has to be. It has to be tough for her. Like, you know, I've had my share of one-sided relationships, being with a man, loving somebody more than they love me, or, you know, being that person that's trying to do the right thing by somebody, but they ain't doing the right thing by me, is very frustrating. And I can understand anybody's situation that's like that. I definitely can understand it. But I just think that he enjoys making her feel like shit, because that's exactly what he does in every damn scene he's in with her. He makes her feel like shit. He makes her feel like she's not worthy of anything. And that's not a good thing. Um she says that the kids are concerned. They notice that he's not in the room with her, and he gonna say that they lying. How you gonna say that? How you gonna say that she lying about it? She had to show the messages of the little boy Jojo, basically saying that he's not sleeping in the room. The other kids, been asking questions, shit like that. And he gonna say it. And for once, Drew showed us that she wasn't lying. She showed the messages. So it's like, for me, it's like, come on now, Ralph. Like, why you even playing it like that? Like, why you doing it? You feel me? Like, why are you doing this to this girl? Like, you see that she's trying so hard to keep you around, and it's like you don't give up. And like somebody, like a couple of y'all saying, Ralph be laughing after she started crying. He always have a smirk on his face when she breaks down. Like Blue Pixie said, he's a menace, and he's definitely that. He's definitely a menace to society, a menace to Drew, to be quite honest, because he likes to see her cry. And it could be that control factor of it all. Like, I can control her emotions. I could say just enough to make her ass squirm and break down. Some men like that type of shit. Like, they like to know that they can control a woman's emotions or a man's. And that's just what I get from it. That's just what I take from it. Like, that's what I see. I feel like he likes it. I think he likes to have her in her feelings. He likes to make her feel like he likes to on her. He gets enjoyment out of on her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he gets enjoyment out of that. And I don't get why he enjoys that. But he's a weirdo. And of course, you're gonna enjoy that when you're a weirdo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you a straight weirdo for that. And in this very moment, if Drew didn't realize it, then she was a damn fool, and she really wants to make this thing where she really wants to continue to take a stab at this. She wants to continue to take a stab at making this marriage work when she's really stabbing her own self in her heart. That's what she's doing. She's not doing anything that's going to help her. It's not helping her. They can get in front of this camera and pretend like they happy, but I bet when them cameras are down, they're in hell, especially Drew, because he don't care. Hell, he wasn't even going to therapy. I think he only went to therapy this time because it was on fucking TV. That's why he went. Then he was making a weird ass deflection about why he's sleeping in another room, and it didn't make no motherfucking sense. And even Drew was saying that she just wanted him to shut up because it don't make no sense to her. And I'm pretty sure that if it don't make no sense to her, It don't make no sense to the rest of us because it didn't make any sense at all. Like, girl, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing and what the fuck are you even talking about right now? Like, really? Rap don't want to make it work. He don't want to make it work. So now we getting ready for this showing of this movie. 200 people RSVP. Drew is at sound check. Everybody's coming in. You know, Cynthia's there, Shamia's there. You know, everybody's coming in, and then Allison, Courtney comes in. She speaks to everybody, but when she gets to Allison, Allison was like, "I ain't with that fake shit. I ain't with that fake shit. I ain't with that fake shit." And so Allison confronted Courtney about, you know, calling Drew a bitch and all that shit. And Allison was not playing with Courtney. And I'm just like, get her, Allison. Get her, Allison. Because she been working so hard for this peach, trying to come for every damn body. But Allison was not having it, honey. Allison wasn't having it. And when I tell you I was here for every damn morsel of it, I'm like, yes, Allison, get her. Get her, Allison, because she needs it. She been doing too much. She been doing way too much, and somebody needs to humble her motherfucking ass. Because these people on Twitter really been trying to make her out to be something else and something that she's not. And she's just not what the people trying to make her out to be. Like, they really think that she's dragging the girls and reading the girls and doing so much with the girls and adding so much to the show. And she ain't adding nothing but another annoying ass voice that I got to damn hear on another damn reality show. What I really want for Courtney to do is shut the hell up. Okay, with her mouth going from east to west every time she opened up her mouth. Girl, shut up. Then her and Drew started arguing, and she was saying that she ain't finna argue with Drew. She ain't finna argue about this all night. She ain't got nothing to say about this all night. Like, she ain't trying to. Like, she don't give up. She ain't finna argue about this all night. She just not finna argue about it. And I'm just like, yeah, you ain't gonna argue about it because Allison finna get up on your ass. That's why you don't want to argue about it. Can we keep Allison on the show next season? And if Courtney does come back, can we have that Allison and Courtney back and forth? I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Allison is giving me Kim Richards teas. She's giving me a Kim Richards tea right about now. I could see her. You stole my goddamn house. You stole my goddamn house. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Courtney is worse than Giovanna, and I wouldn't think that I wouldn't think I would see somebody more thirsty. First of all, what y'all not gonna do? Y'all not gonna keep on dragging Giovanna because I liked her. Cause she was that bitch from Cal U. She was that bitch. Okay, y'all not gonna do Giovanna. Cause I was here for Giovanna. I wanted Giovanna to have a peach. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see. It says I just feel like the RHOA production is Ralph and I am Drew, and they are trying to gaslight us into believing the Marlo team eats. Yeah, they do. Shout out to the 300 people that's up in here. Allison stormed her dressing room. I am here for it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am here for the shit, honey. I am here for it. Let's see what else is next with this. They showed the trailer, which we all saw today. I haven't seen the movie yet. I know that Bundy and Ashley have already reviewed it, so I'm not watching their reviews. I'm not watching the reviews until I see the movie because I don't want no damn spoilers. So I love you, Bundy, love you, Ashley, but no, ma'am, I'm not watching it right now. I'm not watching it right now. I'm not watching it. I'll watch after I watch the movie. It's on Peacock, by the way. Um, let's see what else happens. Mama Joyce walks in with her season 3 wig on. Shout out to Mama Joyce. Okay. And she's in therapy, which I'm very excited about because girl, I ain't everybody. Okay, that's what she told Carmen. Girl, I ain't everybody. Okay. What else? Drew performs because you already know. Okay, I like that song by Drew because you already know. I think She probably has the best song out of the girls. Because you had Drew with the You Already Know, you had Kenya with the Gone with the Wind Fabulous, you had Kim with the Don't Be Tardy for the Party, and you had Portia with Flatline. Now, I will tell y'all this. When Flatline first came out, I purchased that song. Y'all might not believe me, but I purchased that song. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. I did purchase it, y'all. You see it? It's like a gun to my chest. I just fly. Yes, honey. Yes. 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 That was my song. You just fly. Yes. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Oh, I almost forgot. Demetria McKinney also had Unnecessary Trouble. So let me take that back. Demetria McKinney still got the best song. She still got the best song. Because I don't know if y'all ever heard the song with Demetria McKinney and Candy, but that was my song. Girl, I ain't telling you it's about your man no more. I don't care if I see him out with about 3 or 4 O's. Yes, yes, that's my song. I don't know if the alcohol getting to me now, and if it is, um, it was much needed because the beginning of this live was very emotional. Okay, so this alcohol is doing what it needs to do. Okay, girl, don't tell me it's about my man no more. Yes, yes, I love that song, honey. Let me see. Somebody said, "What about Fly Above?" See, I don't be putting Candy in the category with these other girls because Candy has a legitimate music career. These other girls ain't got one. Demetria actually has a legitimate acting career, but she ain't really got no legitimate singing career right about now. But she could though, because she got the chops. She got the vocals. She got the vocals. You know what I'm saying? She got the vocals, but let me see where we at. The girls after that, it seemed to be like this was supposed to be the end of the show, but they wrap filming and about a little over a month later they bring the cameras back up because Drew and Ralph were racing to the precinct for the divorce or whatever. That's what we had with it, right? Oh, Miss Lauren's song. I forgot all about Miss Lauren's song "Closet Freak." I did not like that song. I thought I liked it, but I did not. I forgot Sheree had a song too. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Oh, and Nene got a song. Come on and get this, honey. Come on and get this, honey. Now that was kind of that was a slick bop. That was a bop. Come on and get this, honey. Come on and get this, honey. That was kind of a bop. Where we? Okay, so the girls find out about the divorce. Marlo gossips about Ty and Drew. She was reading the blogs and stuff like that, and they found out about Ty and Drew. Now, Mayetta said, now this was very interesting. Now, this was the best part of the damn finale. It's the best part of the finale, y'all. So Mayetta says that when they was at, the movie shoot, Drew was like, if this don't work out with Raph, then I'm just gonna have to give my crush a call. And she was like, who is your crush? Who is your crush? And it turned out to be Ty again. Ty was at the release. If you are worried about when I've been to who I saw, what club I went to in my home, please, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me. If Raps worry about when, where Drew been who and she saw, well, come Drew went to its homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me. Okay. That's what I'm saying about the situation. So when Manetta said that, I'm like, ooh, are we snitching on Drew right about now? Cause y'all are getting the tea. I'm like, y'all giving the tea right about now. Like, was she really out here talking about um that was her crush and all this other shit? Like, was she really doing that? So then after Manetta says this, after Manetta says that Drew said that Ty was her crush, right? That's when we get into Sonya. Now, during the 7-week checkup, she learned that it wasn't a viable pregnancy. She went on her trip, she came back, and she suffered a very traumatic miscarriage. Okay. And that was very sad. That was sad. And I was just like, I hate to see that for anybody. Like, I know I've been giving Sonya a hard time this whole season, but to see her going through some shit like that was crazy. Like crazy, like just, but knowing that she's pregnant again now, that's a blessing. But just to know that she even had a miscarriage, like very very traumatic experience. One of my other friends, her and her husband just dealt with the miscarriage about a couple of months ago, back in June, I want to say, right after she announced that she was pregnant, just like Sonya did. It was crazy, but it's always a sad day. So we get into the interview. So it's interview day. Kenya called Drew to check on her. She was like, if you need anybody to talk to, if you need anything, you can call me and I love you. And Drew said she loved her back. And then after that, Sheree comes in and she checks on Drew. And I felt like at first it was disingenuous because Sheree's a disingenuous type of person. So that's why I felt like it was. But then she started talking about how her dad died. And then you know, it was like I felt bad for Sheree. And I felt bad for Sheree due to her father dying. And I think a lot of my sensitivity comes from the fact that my friend was just murdered. So it's just like, anything with death is very um triggering in a sense. And I immediately feel bad for Sheree. Like she had to walk out after that. But I do love the fact that Drew was there for Sheree in that moment. I am very happy that she was there for Sheree in that particular moment because when you're dealing with stuff like that, you need people. You know what I mean? And being even with me being going through the things that I'm going through right now, it's great to have a village of people. You know what I mean? Like I literally broke down to really be before she went live. I think I said that earlier in the live. I broke down to really be right before she went live. And then I was like, I got to get myself. And then I talked to one of my other friends, Rakisha. I was talking to her about it. And, I text her about it. And right before I went live, and I'm like, I really hope I don't break down on this live. Only for me to come on this live and start crying and shit, which is something I've never done. And then, T was texting me yesterday and he was like, I'm thinking about you. Josiah been texting me almost every day. Jamar has been supportive. Y'all know we did the chasing panel yesterday, and Jamar told me that if I'm not feeling it, don't do it. But I'm like, I can't just keep wallowing in my own shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I decided to come back and do content because that kind of makes me happy. But it's so hard to come up here and put on a face for you guys, knowing that I am dead on the inside. Like I am an emotional wreck. I just, yeah. But I think y'all could tell that you can see it in my eyes that I'm not okay. I'm definitely not okay. But this ain't about me. This is about Sheree. But I definitely felt um like the hug between Sheree and Drew was very much so genuine because nobody wants to see nobody lose anybody and stuff like that. Let me move on. Um hold on. So Drew talked about all the things that she allowed. She allowed the disrespect. She allowed the inappropriate relationships that Ralph was having with other women. She allowed that. And she also allowed him to go to Tampa without her knowing where what he was doing there or whatever. So she went down a list of all the things that she allowed, which leads me to believe that a lot of things that she was doing this season was her doing damage control and trying to make her marriage out to be bigger than what it was or better than what it was. And that's just not a good look. Like, you ain't never got to sit up here and lie to me or anybody else about how your marriage is. If your marriage is sucking, then it sucks. And your marriage ain't going to be the first or the only one that's going to suck at all. Trust and believe me on that. Then they disagreed about the bedroom thing. One person said yes, the other person said no. Um, Ralph was saying that Ty and Drew are friends and that's all he knows. But then you got Courtney who came on, and Courtney confirmed that Drew and Ty have a relationship. She even said that Drew said that she was bisexual and that, she was hanging out with Ty. She invited Ty out. They went out on dates and everything. And I'm just like, Courtney is really singing like a bird, and she is digging the hole for Drew even farther than what she already did. And I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this girl here is really a mess. And it's like Drew really didn't have no response to the rumors and what Mimi said in the blogs and stuff like that. Like, she had nothing to say about it. So it leads me to believe that this shit is partially true with Drew and Ty. And God knows how much more is in the story. It makes me kind of excited about season 16. Hopefully, we dig more into her divorce. That's what I'm hoping. But that's about it. But that was all we had for the finale. I will say that this season did not give us a lot. It did not give us a lot to work with. These last few lives have been very monotone, very slow, short, all that. But I think that the reunion is going to make up for that. It's going to be 2 parts and it's going to be an amazing reunion. Before I go, because I didn't even do the church announcements at the beginning because I was crying and shit. But let me just let y'all know. Thank you guys for allowing me to be vulnerable. And all that. I do want to thank you guys for that, honestly. Because I'm not vulnerable with many people. But I'm very raw emotionally right now because to lose a person that you cared about so much to someone taking their life from them, their family, their friends, and their kids is tragic. Just to know that someone did that to her, it's a lot. But I'm gonna get through this the best way I know how. I'm gonna continue to give you guys videos and stuff the best way I know how. And that's it. Mm. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave you guys with the church announcements that I did not get to give you guys. The Whether You Like It or Not panel will be tomorrow, and it's going to be on Really Bee's platform tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in to that. There's a strong possibility that I may not be there. I told Really Bee yesterday. I told Really Bee earlier today that when we talked before her live, I told her it's a possibility. It just depends on how I feel. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna do it. And I said, just in case I don't show up, you know why. So she said, if you're not feeling up to it, you don't have to worry about doing it. And then, it is what it is. So yeah, shout out to Really B, but it's definitely going to be on Really B's platform. Roast and review. That we haven't done that in 2 weeks. The first week I was on vacation and T was sick, so we couldn't do it. Then this past week that just went by, I had just found out my friend was murdered, and Josiah didn't want to do it that night because he wanted to give me some time. I don't know if we're gonna do a roast review at all this week or not. I'm gonna convince T and JoJo to go along and do it without me this week. We're gonna see. But I may do it. It just depends on how I feel. Um Boys Night Out returns this Friday. So make sure you guys tune into that. But y'all, I'm about to go and I'm gonna leave you guys with like the promos for the panels that's coming up and all of that. Make sure you guys like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, Twitter, IG, and TikTok is down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.